Can we recreate the Tim Hortons Cilantro wrap, but better, cheaper, and freezer friendly? Let's find out. As a vegetarian, it's not always easy to find tasty meals at fast food restaurants. So when I saw that Tim Hortons now offers vegetarian wraps, I couldn't wait to try it. When I finally did try it, it was even better than I expected. It got me wondering, could we make a cilantro wrap at home that's as good or better? And if we made a few of them, could it be less expensive, more convenient, and even healthier? Well, we do love a challenge. So we started by opening it up to see what was inside. What we saw right away was rice, lettuce, corn, tomato, and black beans. We also decided to include cucumber and crispy onion.
So what's the next step?
Let's head to the grocery store and we'll get what we need.
Sounds good. I'll do it.
Whoa, slow down.
Hey, relax.
Okay, here's what we'll need for the wrap. Tortilla shells, rice, tomatoes, lettuce, corn, black beans, cucumber, and crispy onion. Just to note, the prices are shown in Canadian dollars and include taxes. For the cilantro sauce, this is what we'll need: olive oil, avocado, green onion, cilantro leaves, garlic, limes, and sour cream.
Hey, we have everything we need. I'm going to start by preparing the ingredients for our cilantro sauce. Give the limes a squeeze before cutting in half and using a reamer or a squeezer. It makes it easier to juice. Cut up the green onions. Cut up the cilantro leaves. An easy trick to peeling garlic is to remove the ends of the cloves and crush them with the side of a knife. The peel slips off easily. Avocado can be tricky to peel, so it's better to cut it in two and slice it up in its shell. To make the sauce, we'll add everything directly into the blender. We'll need enough to make about 10 wraps. I'll start with a half cup of water. Juice from 3 limes. We're using lime juice from limes, but you could also use bottled lime juice if you want. 2 cloves of garlic. 1 cup of chopped green onion, avocado, one cup of sour cream. You could also use Greek yogurt. 1.5 cups of cilantro leaves, 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and 2 teaspoons of salt. Blend until it's mixed together. This should take about 30 seconds or so. Don't worry if it's not completely smooth. I'm using a blender my grandmother gave me when I started cooking, and I can't bear to replace it. We needed to make sure we made enough sauce, so we made 2 batches. It turned out we had too much sauce, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. I'm going to pour the sauce into a bowl so that we can easily scoop it out into our wraps later. You might want to taste it to see if it needs any extra salt. Okay, let's prepare the ingredients for the wraps. We'll cook the rice and chop the tomato and cucumber. Brown rice needs a 2-to-1 ratio of water to rice, so since we're using 2.5 cups of rice, we'll need 5 cups of water. Make sure to check the package directions for the best outcome. Dice 2 tomatoes. Shred the lettuce. We're only using 1/4 of the head of lettuce. Cut up half a cucumber finely. Okay, our prep is done. Let's make the wraps. We're hoping to make 10, but if we can make more, that would be great. We have 16 tortilla shells in total. We added the rice first as a base, and then several black beans, the tomato, cucumber, corn, and lettuce. We want enough filling, but not too much that we aren't able to wrap it. You may need a trial wrap to get the right ratio of fillings. We used the extra large tortilla shells. They came in a package of 8 and they're about 10 inches. The large probably would have been too small. We found these great crispy onion bits at the store. It should add flavor. Add a generous amount of cilantro sauce and try to spread it evenly, mixing it in a little with the rice to ensure the flavor is distributed. Wrapping can be tricky. If your first one falls apart or rips, don't worry too much. Your wrapping technique will improve as you go. We weighed the Tim Hortons wrap, which is 250 grams, and we wanted to try to match it. The parchment paper is great because you can use it to individually wrap, freeze, and then take it out for easy microwaving. We have similar looking wraps already in the freezer, so I make sure that I label them clearly so they don't get mixed up. Writing the date on them is also a good idea. Placing them into a large freezer bag will help to keep your freezer organized and will also provide an extra layer of protection from freezer burn. Put the wraps in the freezer for later. The wraps are easy to heat up for lunch. Just heat on high for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. This cilantro wrap is a nice combination of fresh ingredients and flavors. We were really surprised at how well we were able to reproduce the lime and cilantro sauce. The wrap is hearty enough for lunch or dinner, but light enough for a quick after-school snack, or to heat up and take on the road. They freeze well, so we'll definitely be making more of these again.
We showed earlier how much was spent on groceries, but how much did it actually cost to make each cilantro wrap? Let's break it down. we spent $9.01 for 16 tortilla shells, $1.76 for rice, we used 24% of the bag, $2.11 for 2 tomatoes, $1.05 for a quarter head of lettuce, $1.38 for corn, we used 22% of the bag, 90 cents for black beans, we used 43% of the can, $1.04 for half of a cucumber, $2.36 for half of the bag of crispy onion, 96 cents for olive oil, we only used 6% of the bottle, $1.05 for a quarter of the bag of avocado, $2.09 for half the green onion, 51 cents for half the cilantro leaves, 34 cents for a third of the garlic, $3.12 for 3 limes, and $1.88 for half the container of sour cream. Added up, and the total is $29.56, which works out to $1.85 per wrap. That's pretty good when you compare it to $7.13 for a Tim Hortons wrap. And it includes tax. If we want to know what the cost is in US dollars, we can calculate using today's exchange rate of 0.74. The cost per wrap would be $1.35 US. That's pretty impressive. You might think, oh, saving $5 isn't that big of a deal. But let's look at what the savings would be over a longer period of time. Here's a scenario. At the age of 18, Charlie got into the habit of buying a Tim Hortons cilantro wrap every day. One day, Charlie comes across our amazing fork channel and he says to himself, "Wow, I can save so much money. From now on, I'm going to make my own wraps and invest the money that I save." And Charlie keeps doing that until he retires at the age of 65. So Charlie invests his savings of $161 every month. He invests in a stock market index such as the S&P 500, which returns an average of 10% per year. Incredibly, the value would have grown to $2,063,891. Charlie would be rich. Is that enough to retire on? Maybe. The point is that being smart with our money, especially starting at a young age, can pay off in a big way. So, did we accomplish our goal to recreate the Tim Hortons cilantro wrap, but make it better, cheaper, healthier, and freezer-friendly? I think we did, and we're thrilled with how they turned out.
Don't miss our next videos. Just hit subscribe.